Alrighty, folks, it is Monday, June 26, 2023. I'm feeling great on a Monday morning because we are now hitting at 75%. And my last dozen chairman picks on my website. We had the Blue Jays minus 1.5 yesterday and did not sweat once during that blowout winner. The final was 12-1 over the A's. I also went 4-2 in all of my personal sports bets on patreon.com/BrockPage yesterday. I had Minnesota, Atlanta, Tampa Bay, and like I just said, the Blue Jays. And if you wish you could have accessed all of those winners, the only way you could have done that is to be a chairman member on my website. Chairman members get access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. You also get access to my chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. Now, if you don't feel like accessing 4 to 5 winners a day and you only need one on a daily basis, well, there's nothing wrong with that either. My daily best play costs just $1.99. And if you sign up for that membership, you're going to get access to that package every single day for the next 30 days as well. Now, guys, I currently have over 560 members who are signed up and active on my website right now. And of course, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my website. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. What I do on my website is I actually share with you which one of these free plays on these videos that I'm actually betting on personally. I'm hitting at 63% my last 16 daily best plays, 68% my last 22 extra daily bets, 60% my last 36 underdog tier plays, 60% my last 91 crowd pleaser teasers, 80% my last 25 Major League Baseball tier package bets, 63% my last 104 board member plays, and finally, once again, guys, I'm hitting at 75% in my last dozen chairman plays, and of course, all of those plays are documented on my website. But with that, let's go ahead and dive into the free content. We're going to start off with the Reds at the Orioles, 7:05 Eastern first pitch. Baltimore's minus $1.35, totals 10 runs. Cole Irvin for the O's, Brandon Williamson for Cincinnati. And out of 36-plus innings of work, the lefty Williamson has yet to record a loss. And as a team, the Reds have had one heck of a June. They're 15-4 since June 5th. And they scored an ass load of runs in the process. Johnny India is the team leader in hits. Jake Fraley's got the most homers and ribbies. And for those who don't know, the Reds are currently in the first place in the NL Central. And they're a top 10 run producing team on the road. Now they're facing Cole Irvin here today, who might get blown up. He's 1-3 with an ERA close to 8. And no real surprise here, folks. This O's pitching staff, they're in the bottom 5 in the American League in hits allowed per game. They're allowing nearly double-digit hits per contest at Camden Yards. Now, injury-wise, McCann and Mountcastle are still fucked up. And when it comes to the total, 6 out of Baltimore's last 10 outings did get over the total. Meanwhile, Cincy went 7-3 to the over in their last 10. Give me the Reds plus $1.15. Over 10 runs. Next ball game, it is going to be Brewers Mets, 7:10 Eastern start time. The New York Mets are minus $1.80, totals 8.5. Justin Verlander for New York, Colin Ria for Milwaukee. Despite his shitty record, Colin Ria has 54 strikeouts and a 1.28 whip, so he's definitely been serviceable for the most part. Now, more recently, the Brewers got the W in 6 out of their last 9. They scored 5 runs or more in all of those victories. Christian Yelich is the club leader in hits. Willie Adames and Rowdy Tellez, they have the most home runs. Now they're facing a Mets club on the other side of things who had an all-time collapse yesterday against the Phillies. Kind of a historical collapse. They also lost 6 out of their last 8. And they gave up a metric shit ton of runs in the process. Starting pitcher Justin Verlander comes into today's start with just 2 wins through 52 innings. The righties also got a lackluster 4.50 ERA. And strikeouts are definitely down this year for the vet. Now, the Mets are officially 7 games below 500 right now, and they are a bottom 5 hit-producing team at home. All kinds of problems hitting in Flushing, Queens this year. And speaking of Flushing, Queens, the Mets have seen plenty of unders there. They're actually 20-12 to the under at Citi Field this year. Good for 63% in that category. And Milwaukee's 61% to the under in their road games against National League opponents. Give me the Brewers plus 1.5, under 8.5 runs. Next ball game, it is going to be Twins, Braves, 7:20 Eastern start time. Atlanta's minus 210, totals 8.5. Spencer Strider for Atlanta, Sonny Gray for Minnesota. And even though Gray's been really good, the Twins just don't want to win for the guy. Minnesota took the loss in 6 out of Sonny Gray's last 9 starts, and most of that is due to a lack of offensive production. The Twins are a bottom 3 hit-producing team on the road. They also strike out over 10.6 times a game in their travels, and of course that is a clear-cut league worst in that category. Now they're facing Spencer Strider on the mound for Atlanta, and he's a huge strikeout guy. He's fanned 136 batters in just 84-plus innings. Now, Quadzilla is also 8-2 on the year with a 1.15 whip. And even if the mustache struggles on the mound here today, he is backed by the most dangerous lineup in the National League, arguably the most dangerous lineup in the league. I would say the only other team that maybe rivals them is Texas. But to put it bluntly, the Braves lead the majors in homers and OPS. Ronald Acuna's got the 3rd highest OPS average in the bigs, 2nd highest batting average as well. Meanwhile, Matt Olson is tied with Shohei for the league lead in home runs. Now, Polanco and Gordon are still out for Minnesota. 6 out of the Twins' last 10 outings did get over the number. Meanwhile, Atlanta's gone 67% to the over at Truist Park. Give me the Braves minus 1.5, over 8.5 runs. Next ball game, Tigers, Rangers, 8:05 Eastern first pitch. Texas is minus 210, totals 9. Andrew Heaney for Texas, Matthew Boyd for Detroit. The Boyd's got a handful of losses along with a 5.37 ERA. The Tigers also have the worst hitting lineup in the league on the road. They're actually dead last in road scoring, and they're averaging only 7.2 hits a game in their travels. They're going to have to face Andrew Heaney, who's got 76 punch-outs in just 72+. Now, the lefty's also got a handful of wins on the year, along with an ERA in the 3s. And even if Heaney stinks here today, the Rangers do have the best hitting lineup in baseball. They lead the league in hits. Adolis Garcia, he has the 2nd most RBI in the majors. Marcus Semion's the club leader in hits. And in addition to being the league leader in hits, Texas is leading the majors in run production as well. Now, Brad Miller's still out for Texas. Riley Green's inactive for Detroit. 3 out of the Rangers' last 4 home games fell under the total. They also went 8-2 to the under in their last 10 at any location. Give me the Rangers minus 1.5, under 9. Next ball game, it is going to be White Sox, Angels, 9:38 East. I have a bug in the house. Give me 1 second. Rest in peace, little buddy. It was just an ant. It's not like it was anything crazy, but, can't have bugs crawling around the wife and kid. Just can't have it. White Sox, Angels, 9:38 East. LA's minus $130, totals 8.5. Reed Detmers for Los Angeles. Dylan Cease and desist for Chicago. Now, to 81 and a third innings of work this year, Dylan Cease has recorded only 3 wins. He's also got a lackluster ERA in the 4s. And even if Cease throws well, the White Sox can't get base runners. They're dead last in the league in walks per 9 at the dish. They're also in the bottom 5 in hits per game on the road. Now they're facing Reed Detmers, who's a big strikeout guy despite his record. Detmers punched out 84 hitters in just 69 and a third this year. Now, the Angels also have little issue producing runs for the most part. They're a top 5 scoring team in the American League. Shohei Ohtani, he's tied for the league lead in home runs. He's also the team leader in hits and has an OPS in the thousands. Meanwhile, Mickey Moniak, he's batting .337 with an OPS in the thousands as well. Rendon and Urshela are still out for Los Angeles. Moncada and Gonzalez out for Chicago. The Sox did see 3 out of their last 5 Dylan Cease starts get over the total. Meanwhile, 5 out of Detmer's last 9 starts for the Angels got over the line. Give me the Angels minus $130, over 8.5. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for the video. It's going to be in that Nats-M's game, 9:40 p.m. East. The Seattle Mariners are minus 260, totals 8 runs. Luis Castillo for the Mariners, Trevor Williams for Washington. Now, Williams has had a handful of wins this year, along with 58 strikeouts. The Nats have also been an incredible run line covering team on the road. They're 26-11 against the number in their travels. And they strike out fewer times a game than any other lineup in baseball. Now, they're going up against Luis Castillo, who's just 4-6 on the year despite his good numbers. And believe it or not, the M's lost they lost in their last 4 straight Castillo starts, just 2-8 straight up in their last 10 in that same category. Really struggling with Castillo on the bump. Just don't want to win for the guy. And of course, a lot of that is due to some poor hitting. The Mariners are a bottom 5 hit producing team at home. They're also striking out more times a game at the plate than any other franchise besides one. Now, Seattle saw their last 4 straight home games stay under the number. 7-3 the under in their last 10 at any location. Meanwhile, Washington's gone 9-3 to the under in their last dozen interleague road games. Give me the Nationals plus 1.5, under 8. And with that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into our quick pick recap. Give me Cincinnati plus $1.15, over 10. Milwaukee Brewers plus 1.5, under 8.5 runs. Atlanta Braves minus 1.5, over 8.5. I'm hitting at 75% my last dozen chairman plays on my website. Texas Rangers minus 1.5, under 9. LA Angels minus 130, over 8.5. With my next and final pick for the video, give me the Nationals plus 1.5, under 8 runs. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website. Once again, guys, if you sign up for a membership on patreon.com/BrockPage, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. It's a video breakdown of every single one of my personal plays. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube or TikTok. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.